Conley Buick GMC. Tiger Vision is brought to you in part by Conley Buick GMC, Arctic Air Services, Garrett Richard, Obie's Best Fresh Veg, The Prosperity Group, Superior Asphalt, Richardson Stinton Roofing, North River Prevention Partners, the Manatee County Fair, Minnesota Pools, Drug-Free Manatee, DeVito's Auto Repair and Tire Service, Clicking Spree, and WB3, the Legacy of the P. Stay tuned, Tiger Vision will begin live next after these messages.
Hey guys, Chris Conley here from Conley Buick GMC. Kickoff's right around the corner. Buckle your seatbelts and hold on tight. It's time for some Tiger football.
Hey everybody, Ted here at Conley Subaru. And our deals are so hot we had to bring in our local fire department just to keep things under control. Actually, while we wait for our contractor to arrive, the always community-minded Conley family has donated the use of our old facility for some specialized training. Follow the excitement on Facebook, Instagram, or at conleysubaru.com. Conley Subaru, where we really do treat you like family.
Hey guys, Chris Conley here from Conley Buick GMC. We're excited to be back for another season of Palmetto football and Tiger Vision. Good luck this year and go Tigers!
5, touchdown!
Tonight on Tiger Vision, Floyd Dozier Jr. and the Palmetto defense look to set the tone for another successful campaign. Meanwhile, Jordan Ingman and his Port Charlotte Pirates are out for revenge against Palmetto from last year's playoffs. It's Friday night on Tiger Vision.
game is going to look like both on the field and the stands. But if you guys look down at the stand, quite a crowd out here. I mean, there's nobody on the fence. We're not allowed to stand on the fence any longer. Let me tell you what, these stands are pretty jam-packed. See lots of masks up there, and it's just great to see that even with all this going on, people are coming out to support these Tigers. So hopefully that'll turn into a defensive stop shortly.
I think everybody had to buy their ticket online. No cash being handled at the gate. So
that's correct.
That's great. That's great that we got a great turnout tonight.
And I wanted to take that opportunity to talk to you fans out there. Support your booster clubs out there. This is going to be a time of the year where you're going to have no concessions. You're going to have a loss of parking revenue. So please support your schools. 1:05 on the clock. It is a 3rd and goal. Logan Rogers looks things over. Rolls to his right. Looks for that hitch. He's got a wide open receiver, and that is going to be
that Solomon Luther.
Solomon Luther.
Yeah.
So there with a minute on the scoreboard, the Tigers now the score up 10-6, and Port Charlotte looks like they have a pretty solid kicking game, and so you'll see the quarterback out there, Logan Rogers. No, this year he's not going to be kicking the extra point, so that's going to be number 18 out there, which is going to be Trevin Howard. He's a junior, left footer.
Oh, there was motion. Yeah, a false start up front.
So we got a false start, and that's going to back him up.
You know, guys, this quarterback, number 2 here, is the kind of quarterback I always hated to face. He's the kid that when he runs out of the pocket, he's more accurate, and you can see it on that play. He was at a full sprint and put the ball perfectly where it needed to be. Very Johnny Manziel.
Yes, good analogy.
He makes
Doug Flutie, we talked about last year.
He's one of those guys that can turn bad things into good things. He keeps his eyes down the field and very mobile. And you stole my thunder there, Tom. Good snap and good hold. Kick is up, and it is good. So Trevin Howard puts the extra point on the board, and the Tigers now lead this one 10-7 with a minute left in the first quarter.
And talking about Logan, Bear Rogers, Bear's nickname, I almost would rather have him kicking the ball, but knowing that he's holding, he could get up and do some of these things we were just talking about, and fake field goal, fake extra point, and change the dynamics of the game.
Yeah, well, you saw the Pirates come out during that offensive series, and they just really executed their game plan perfectly. They did exactly what we thought they would do from the very beginning, and they were effective. I tell you, that's what we have seen year after year after year, Kenny. They have always been able to run the ball out of that wing tee, and with those Luther brothers, they've got some players out there that can make big plays when you need them.
And it all started with Logan Rogers on a 9-yard run that got them going, and several minutes later, it's 14-7.
Now Sajel Hickson is back there, number 2 for the Tigers. He's back there at the 5-yard line awaiting the kick, and get a kick out of great service from our friends at DeVito's Auto. So Trevin Howard, the left footer, is going to kick this one back there. Sajel Hickson and Jaquez Hughes. It's a short kick, and it's going to be fielded there. And running to good return on that.
I think that was
35.
Ruben Stamp.
Ruben Stamp, which we've seen as a extra point or a specialist on the special teams. He's down there making tackles last year, and he's a 5'11", 190-pound linebacker, strong safety.
Good heads up. Returning the kick. I'm sure if they haven't practiced much offense and defense, they've had very limited special teams. So good job. And decent field position again for our offense to see what they can do.
So only 53 seconds remain here in the first quarter. The Palmetto Tigers, Josh Siplin out there with Sajel Hickson in the backfield. 3 receivers out on the left-hand side of the formation, 1 single out there. And he pitches it out there. Good blocking out there. Sajel Hickson turning it up 40, punishes a defender. drives forward for the first down.
Just two huge hits by Sajal Hickson, which we talked about earlier. But I mean, he lays the hammer down when he runs.
How many times have we seen that last year?
I tell you,
Many times.
Some good blocks up front there too.
38 seconds on the clock. Tigers changing things up. Big Zorian Gathers out here wide to the left. Change in the backfield. That's number 15 for the Palmetto Tigers. And he's got the ball driving forward for about a 2-yard gain is Cleve Benson.
6.
6, okay.
That's Jamel Williams.
That's a Manatee transfer.
Manatee transfer,
Jamel
Jamel Williams. Now I'm going to stand up and move down here so I can perhaps see out of the window here. So at the end of the first quarter, Palmetto Tigers lead this one 10-7. Rick, what are your observations so far?
So far so good. I mean, these guys are really, starting to, feel the football power that they haven't been able to.
Hey guys, Ryan Moore here with 662 Customs. Super excited to show you this truck we just finished today. This is our new 2020 2500 AT.
Hello, I'm Scott Whitaker with Arctic Air Services. We started our business from the ground up and grew it based on the service end of the industry. We own over 50 vehicles, which we depend on every day to make our business run smoothly. We know the value and importance of offering great production and excellent service. That's why we choose Connolly Buick GMC, because they provide us with the best cars and trucks and have a service department second to none. Next time you're in the market for a vehicle, I highly recommend Connolly Buick GMC, where they'll treat you like family.
That was my very good friend Scott Whitaker from Arctic Air, just a great sponsor this year for Tiger football. So I think I'm a little still skeptical. I'm trying to figure out the D-line, from the very beginning. I know we got a lot of beef up there, so we'll see if they can get things together here this next series.
Siplin takes it, looks to the middle of the field, throws it a little high, and that one is incomplete. So that'll bring up a big third down here for the Tigers.
Yeah, just a tad high there, and Rutledge tried to go up and get it, but was unable to bring it down. But, it's just, once again, I mean, this live action, I mean, there's nothing you can do to replicate that in practice.
7-on-7, they can do that with their eyes closed, but until you get the pads on and the timing down, you're exactly right, Rick.
Because I know how Coach Marino practices, and they practice hard, and they do these 2-minute drills, and there's a lot of live action, and they have missed that.
Siplin with a toss out there and running hard, but gain of about 2 on the play, so that's going to bring up a 4th down for the Tigers. Jaquez Hughes inserted into the backfield.
Yeah, and I think we talked about this last year, but once again, the defensive front for the Pirates, they're not very big, but they're quick.
11:28 on the clock. Siplin looks things over.
It's 4th down.
May see a Siplin punt here, guys. May see a Siplin punt.
Siplin gets the ball off, and it's going to be fielded at the 31-yard line.
Good call, Tom.
I just saw Robbie motion for it, so it wasn't that good of a call.
Yeah, our punter is injured. He's out tonight, so they're having to make do, and we're just copying what Port Charlotte has done to us. So just catch it and kick it and get it out of there.
So Port Charlotte has an opportunity here to take the lead on this possession. So, really hanging in there, playing tough. They got one uncovered receiver now rolling out here late is the Palmetto Tiger corner. Logan Rogers hands it off to the big back. They had a little bit of a crease there early on, and that's Ormsby that makes the tackle. Yes, it's 44, right?
Yeah, it looked like was that Gab? No, that's Jake.
Jake Rells. 44.
we're still trying to learn the players ourselves, aren't we?
Yeah, we
and
can't
they changed everybody's numbers.
change
too.
everybody's numbers, and we can't go to practice these days, so it's a lot of new faces out there. And they hand it off. Really good running there, but only a 2-yard gain on the play. But Pelham, you can see the power. Number 6, he just doesn't go out the yards after contact. He's been very impressive tonight.
Yeah, this is a great test for this D-line of the Tigers. I mean, this is a quality running back.
Big play here.
So
was that us? Yeah, that's going to be a
and it's going to be encroachment on the Tigers, so that's
going to be close.
very,
First
very
down.
close. First down.
Hey, guys, 44 is Jake Ruiz. 44, Jake Ruiz.
Jake Ruiz, that's Rewis. Thank you very much, Tom. 10:14 on the clock. Two receivers out here on the left, single wing formation. One receiver out there, Big Luther out there, Solomon Luther on the right boundary. He runs the option out here. Pitch. Oh,
good job.
Nice.
Big
Great
hit,
job.
but really great job, Rick.
yes.
You know, with Tyler playing last year, you could see the secondary. All of them filled their gaps. That was perfect.
that was well executed. That was perfect.
Every player in the right gaps. Just a textbook play by that Palmetto Tiger defense.
It looked like Ormsby actually got over there too.
Crazy. And Ormsby will fool you. He weighs, wears number 61. He plays out there on the defensive line, but he'll fool you. He looks like a linebacker out there with his speed.
They're moving.
9:16 on the clock. Yeah, there's a lot of movement out there. Nathan Dawes went across the formation. Now they throw the slant to Solomon and Luther. He has a nice gain on the play. It's going to be short of the first down, though, so it brings up about a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, I mean, Luther is definitely their number one receiver. He's quick. He runs good routes. Got great hands, and you got to stay focused on him at all times because he can get away from a DB quick.
They got Caleb Pissy out there, and they also have Andrew Warren wide on this side of the formation. Single wing formation to the right. A lot of times they like to run power right off of this formation. And great
job
defense. And there's big number 9, Jordan Renard. And yes, that's 6'4", 255 pounds of sophomore.
And that's what we expect from this D-line because they are powerful, they are quick, and they got off those blocks and just blew that play up.
Boy, Jordan Renard, what a talent. 6'4", 255.
He's getting lots of D1 looks as a sophomore
and
already.
Well, he should. Rugby kick by Logan Rogers, and that was very well placed down there. It goes out of bounds there.
Inside the 20, probably. That's what you want.
That Logan Rogers is a player, man. Yeah. You know, he may not be the biggest kid on the field, but he is absolutely an athletic quarterback that he runs that offense, and he runs it very well. He's very effective at what he does. I'm telling you what, size is so important as a quarterback, but his heart is huge.
He's got the motor. And
yes,
I take that guy on my team. I don't care if we're playing
he's
softball
or
yes,
whatever
gonna be your
you
first
want.
Pick. Logan Rogers.
He's a gamer.
Is a player.
We've got some gamers over here ourselves, so we need to put some points on the board.
Number 11, Zorian Gathers is out here wide. Very interesting formation here for the Tigers. Kind of a diamond formation. And then the back cuts that one up, and I believe that was Quay, but let's see what we get there.
Yeah.
So that will actually Cleve Benson, number 15, inserted in there.
Benson on that last carry.
Sagel's in the backfield back there, behind the quarterbacks, behind the two backs up here. And that one is taken by Siplin and shakes a tackle or two. And he's going to be really about a 1 yard gain on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 5.
Could have been, a play for a loss. I mean, he was able to shake and move a little bit just to pick up that yard or two. But good job on Josh's part to get a positive gain there. That's what we noticed for him last year. He's shifty now.
Traditional looking formation with Sajel Hickson in the backfield. 6:53 on the clock. Slipland checks things over here. 2 receivers on both sides of the formation. And it's a handoff to Sajel Hickson, and he does a great job after contact for the first down.
As always. You know, and I really think that this offense is really going to start clicking as they get some more time under their belt. And I like what I see for this limited practice time that they've had. But he is looking good right now. And I think that we don't even have Robert Gavin. Gavin's not here tonight, right? That's another very dynamic back that we have.
Siplin hands it off to Hickson again, looking for the edge, driving forward. Another very nice 8-yard gain.
If you can get those nice runs on first down, that really makes the play calling and the execution a whole lot easier on second and third down. They can open that playbook up. And
great block that time by Kaiwan Smith. He's 6'3" and 275-pound left tackle.
And the good thing, Kenny, we can get Sajel out there and give him some rest.
Yes.
We've got a lot of running backs that can do the job.
Ball's on the ground, and it's going to be close to the line of scrimmage. Loss on the play, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 4.
Yeah, so that's really the biggest issue I've seen tonight offensively is a lot of low snaps.
Yeah, I think they're having a problem with the snaps on that wet, soggy field out there, both sides of the ball, both teams. 3rd and 4. Big Zorian Gathers is over here wide to the boundary. 5:09 on the clock. Wow. And that one sailed on him, had a receiver out there.
He was there.
Zorian Gathers was out there wide open in the crease. And so that brings up a 4th and 4.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, I'm not really sure if the ball is wet. I would be hard-pressed to believe that it's not. So we've seen these quarterbacks struggle with those high passes, and I don't know if if Josh is able to grip that ball. But
hey guys, I just spoke with Robert Gavin. He had an injury. He says the doctor says 4 weeks. He says next week. So we'll see who wins on that one.
Split the difference. I'll give it 2 weeks. 5:04 on the clock, second quarter. Yeah, behind the stadium here when we came up, I always wear my old shoes after rain, and the mud is on the top of the shoelaces. So that'll tell you what it is behind the stadium in the grassy parking area. So that's probably what they got going on in the field down
yes,
there.
and of course, they did not park cars behind there again tonight.
No, and we know that this field, it drains very well, but with the amount of rain that we have had just the last couple of weeks, even before the storm, it's taken a lot.
So check this out. Jaquez Hughes, defensive back, is back there to punt this one away. Man, if you don't go punt safe, there's a young man that could turn the corner
take it,
on
yes.
you. But Jaquez Hughes is back there to kick this one. Virgil Luther awaits the kick. Left-footed kick by Jaquez Hughes, a very nice kick, and Luther shakes a tackle or two, and it's going to be tackled. But
you talk about another strong runner.
Yeah,
Luther, he doesn't stop moving his legs either, buddy. He is powerful.
We met those Luther twins at the media days, and all three of them, the quarterback, what a great group of young men they were to interview, and they talked about their rivalry against each other, pushing each other growing up, playing in the backyard, and just two fine gentlemen.
And the culture that they have, Jordan Ingham, the coach down there, and the way we have been treated at Port Charlotte. I just want to reach out to say that to the Port Charlotte fans, what an awesome experience game down there at Port Charlotte. A very fine program. 4:52 on the clock. Logan Rogers throws a hitch out there, and that's Solomon, and he cuts it in. takes a hit, but goes for about we'll call it 5-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, so a good job by Wester and also number 7, was it Wagner? Good job by them to make that tackle because, once again, that's not an easy tackle to make.
Thanks, Rick. Yeah, Tariq Wagner making the play over there. And there's a nice-looking play to the center of the field. Helmets are flying off, and he drives forward for the first down.
Yeah, and there's Virgil at Luther and dynamic duel here. They did it last week, and they're carrying the team right now this week as well. But
we're playing right into their playground, their game plan with this offense. Just grind it out, run, move the chains, and control the clock. Yeah, stay close.
And not very many players, only 46 on the roster. So this format here is perfectly tailored to the Port Charlotte Pirates. And now we have a whistle. And let's see, the referee's going to. It's going to be encroachment on the Tigers. So that's going to be a 5-yard penalty. And, this would probably be – you've got to remember this is the Palmetto Tigers' first game with no Fall Classic. Looking a little sloppy.
Now, we were corrected a couple times last year. It's not encroachment in high school, right? It's just offsides on defense. Or was it the other way around?
It's actually encroachment. We're going to say offsides, But, I had some techie come in there.
Did we have some technical? Yeah.
Yeah, we had some seasoned official said there's never offsides in high school. It's encroachment. So we'll have to check that. 3rd and 4. There's movement. Now, that's your false start.
So we'll get that 5 right back.
Yeah. 3 minutes and 43 seconds on the clock. So we have a false start. Really, you had 2 or 3 people moving out on that
Yeah, I
play.
think Abel, number 55, Abel Marquez, he came up first. He saw those linebackers coming up.
Yeah, I tell you what, going through just to pick up a roster and going through seeing the players out there for Palmetto, I'll tell you what, I wouldn't want to, block Floyd Dozier Jr. and Jordan Renard and these are some really big defensive linemen for the Tigers. Single wing formation to the right. Nice hole there initially, filling the gap. And
yeah, that was an awesome job by Ruben Stamp to come up there and just put a stop to that run.
Tom, did you feel that one down there? I think that was such a hard hit, it knocked Tom's mic out. So they're going to 3 minutes and 13 seconds here, and 2 minutes, or 2nd down and 10. Pelham's in the backfield back there. Rogers, single wing left. He rolls out there, squares up. Nice route out there. That's Luther, and that one's going to be right on the sideline, nearly a late hit, but I guess his feet were still in bounds for a big first down on the play.
Yeah, so Luther is really giving our DBs a hard time right now, and he's able to – he got a little hurt on that last play when he was hit out of bounds, but, he's getting some distance between him and that DB. Great route runner as well.
Yeah, coming off the field now is Luther being replaced by number 12, Dylan Solomon. It's Dylan Solomon. He's a junior wide receiver. Logan Rogers hands the ball off. Nice jump cut by the back there. Goes for a gain of about 1.
And there's Wester he just comes through the gap and just makes another behind the line tackle as a linebacker. Man, that's hard to do, but he is so quick off the ball. I love that kid. I mean, we've had the opportunity to see all the Wester brothers in the last few years.
He was a joy doing the coaches shows on the Tuesday night.
And thank you, Wester family. The Wester family been very good to Palmetto High School.
Yeah, absolutely.
Logan Rogers throws that middle route. Now it's incomplete pass. Good call by the officiating crew there. And a Palmetto Tiger player down on the field.
Yeah, it looked like, Les Hewitt got his body in there, was able to make a good hit as as the receiver was trying to control the ball, and we got a Tiger down. There was a pretty vicious collision there between the two, as both of them were trying to make the tackle. We'll try to get a number here in a minute.
Hey guys, while we have a little break here, I just wanted to point something out. You know, you see when the Tigers make good plays, there's a sticker put on the back of the helmets, and it's been a tradition in sports when a team loses someone that they put a sticker representing that person. Well, unfortunately, this year we have 2 stickers on the helmet. You'll see on the back of all the Tiger players. There's a CA and a WR. Chris Atkinson and Warren Wrench. Both of them were huge parts of this organization. Chris, bigger than life, literally. Warren, bigger than life, figuratively. They were always there to help give a hand, and they're going to be sorely missed. They're going to be sorely missed. And
Thank you very much. We're talking about Chris Atkinson and Warren Wrench, and 2 of the great fine gentlemen that have been around the Palmetto program. Just fantastic for us.
And Tiger Vision was able to do the funeral for Warren, and that was such a joy just to be able to do that online and to celebrate his life.
Minute 56, a big one here, 3rd and 9. Logan Rogers fakes the handoffs, rolling to the right, looking down the field, wide open receiver, and
that's
he
Luther
has
again.
The catch, and there's a flag coming out late over here on the Palmetto Tigers sideline.
Yeah, guys, and that was Jalen Wester that came out that was hurt on that last play, so that's a big loss for us. I think we're going to have a illegal. Yeah, right.
Sorry, I didn't.
No, I was trying to find the right terminology, but you got it for me.
I see Brazelton point and take the yardage, so
yeah, the illegal receiver, ineligible receiver downfield. We're going to have to do the ears and the eyes, and because right now I can tell you that I can't see, so I'm just going to do the best I can.
Yeah, and it looked like that Jalen may have gotten a little shoulder sting. I mean, he was rubbing that shoulder coming off, and hopefully he can get back into the game because he is such a critical part of the Tiger defense.
He's going to be critical for the success of our defense this year.
Standing next to the defensive coach, so I think he's ready to go back in, guys.
Excellent.
Great news, Tom, from the Arctic Air sideline report. Logan Rogers. And there's a whistle on the play. There's going to be a timeout for Port Charlotte
It's
Pirates.
1:33 left in the half, and so defensively, as we expected, the Luther brothers have been the nemesis, right? They have been the ones that we really have to focus hard on, and the Solomon, who has played a lot of receiver tonight. I mean, just an awesome athlete. And we're having a hard time covering him, and he's anytime that Logan Rogers needs to throw the ball to him, he's.
Dude, isn't your mom here? Bro, don't worry about her, man. She's cool. It's Dakota's mom.
I don't even want to know what they're doing downstairs. All I know is they're here and they're safe.
You guys, it's the cops!
Did you know hosting a party with underage drinkers is a crime? You could face a $1,000 fine and up to a year in jail. Get the facts at drugfreemanatee.com.
Logan Rogers, minute and 33 on the clock here, second quarter. Big play here, 3rd down. They throw a little middle screen, and it's an incomplete pass. Really good job by the linebacker there, squatted on that one.
Yeah, good job. That was a great time for a rush. A mad rush by about 3 players.
That Ruben Stamp disrupted that.
Yeah, he squatted down on that one, and that was just a great play.
14 to go, so we'll see.
Logan Rogers probably punting this one away. And he rolls to the right. Oh, nearly
almost
blocked. And for you watching at home, once they run like that, if you do, there's no roughing, right, Kim? Once they take it off and run rugby style.
Once you take a non-kicking motion, you're fair game. So they can go after him. What I like about this stop is we've got an opportunity to run our 2-minute drill here, and if we can capitalize on that, I believe we get the ball at the second half. So an opportunity to really do something here.
Yeah, and if anybody can do it, it's going to be Josh Siplin, because he had a lot of running clock games last year. You know, when it's with the time is continuous, where he was still able to bring the team down the field. And behind that massive offensive line, now he's going empty back there with 4 receivers in the formation. Rolls to his right, throws it out there, and really good route there by Gathers, but it's going to be probably a holding in the backfield. So that'll be a holding, and that's a spot foul from the hold. Going to back those Tigers up.
Those are drive killers right there, especially first down.
But I like the formation. One thing you see about Josh Siplin, he kind of reminds me of Lamar Jackson. You know, he's 6'4" back there, and when you go empty back there, sometimes that quarterback will be unaccounted for, and it's a really good position to run that old quarterback draw with a running threat like Josh. But we'll look, the coaches will pick that up, and I'm sure that's one of the reasons they throw those wrinkles out there. Now they hand the ball off to Sajel Hickson, and he drives forward. A nice gain on the play of about 6 yards. Still very long distance for the Tigers here. Second down, and it looks like about 16, 17 yards. And we've got a player down for Port Charlotte Pirates.
It's probably a cramp.
Yeah, we noticed something last year. I think we were playing Manatee, and the field may have been a little bit sloppier than it is now. And I remember it was well into the third quarter. We had several defensive players that got cramps because you're running on a sponge, right? And it was humid. It was about this time of the year, and I remember Day Hill was over there trying to work out a couple of cramps, and
all those athletes with low body fat just cramping right. I can't help it.
There's one Solomon Luther. He's playing both ways in a game on a wet field.
It's going to happen. It's going to happen.
It'll get you. And Sajel Hickson, nice jump cut in the center of the line, driving forward. Nice gain on the play. It's going to bring up a third and about 8.
They're content just to let the clock run here. But if something opens up, that could change real quick. Very important to get the first down here or run the clock down.
Siplin looks. Now he throws a hitch. Now it's going to be just about impossible for Zorian to break that for the first down, so that's going to bring up a punting situation for the Tigers. 18 seconds on the clock. Let's see if Port Charlotte grabs a timeout here.
That's what I was thinking, because we can just let this thing run down.
Yeah, I'd grab a timeout and try to block a punt.
It looks like they're content as well to let this thing just in. Come back here in the second half. And you are right, Kenny. We do have the ball.
Did you know that you can purchase a new vehicle online without ever having to step foot in the dealership? Using our new Shop Click Drive tool, you can search for your next vehicle from the comfort of your home or office. Select your purchase method and customize your payments. Value your trade-in, submit your deal, and boom, have your new vehicle delivered to you by a product specialist in just a few hours. It's as simple as that. Visit ConleyBuickGMC.com to learn more about our new Shop Click Drive tool. Conley Buick GMC, where we treat you like family.
Welcome back to the halftime here. We've seen a really tough game here, Ken. You know, it's been as advertised. The Luther brothers and Logan Rogers, if you've read about them, how dynamic of players they are, they've really had a good game plan. You have to figure that Port Charlotte has a little bit of more playing experience this season. Palmetto Tigers coming out here. But your observations, and then we'll turn it over to Troy Bellamy with the statistics here.
Yeah, to me, pretty much expected that the defenses are going to be way ahead of the offenses, and that's exactly what we're seeing. 10-7, the offenses just have not had the time to work out their offenses and their schemes and their plays and the timing, and that's all going to come. They're just going to have to do it on very short notice. So it seems like we're playing better than 10-7, but unfortunately that's what the score is. So, good to see you.
Good to see you too, sir. Welcome. Let me extend my welcome to the 2020 season here for you Tiger fans on Tiger Vision. This is Troy Bellamy here with your statistics. Again, with the field, with the conditions that we've had, the raining conditions, kind of slows down a speedy team like ours, as well as introducing a brand new quarterback to the system and the first time receiving big time minutes. But Josh Siplin had a tremendous first half. He was 5 for 7 for 67 yards in the first half and a touchdown. So he started out hot. His first 4 passes of his high school career as a starting quarterback, he completed. And we had a great running game situation with Sajel Hickson. Sajel got a chance to handle the ball and made some really good yards. Strong running here in these conditions. Again, the touchdown by Josh Siplin, the passing touchdown, was to Sajel Hickson on a well-designed, well-executed screen play. If you can execute that type of play at this level, you're going to be a tough team to beat. And so the Tigers look very good on offense. A couple of penalties here and there. Again, this is the first time out of the garage. So we'll straighten out the kinks here at halftime and see if we can get this explosive offense off to a great start here in the second half. For the Port Charlotte Pirates, Logan Rogers had a really strong first half, and as the Pirates had a very balanced offense, 57 yards passing, 52 yards rushing. That's their job. That's what they do in order especially to keep the Tiger offense off the field. I think they are having flashbacks from last year because the Tigers could score so quickly, and many teams experience that. So, it's sort of a pedestrian first half for us in terms of offense, but really, as Ken Burton explained earlier, the score really is not indicative of how well the offense is playing. So we're excited for a strong second half, and hopefully the offense will come out clicking, play with a little bit more pace, and really put some points on the board here in the second half. Those have been your statistics here for halftime. I'm going to pass it back to Brian Varnador.
Thank you very much, Troy. I appreciate that very much, and I have a couple visitors up here in the press box with me. Want to make an introduction here. And this is Brian Wilkes. And Brian, I think you've got a guest here with you. And why don't you guys go ahead and take it from here. And great seeing you again, Mr. Wilkes.
Thank you, Mr. Varnador. I have a friend here. She's going to ask some questions with us. You may go ahead, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jamie Foster. Congratulations, Coach Wilkes, on being the new athletic director. That's exciting.
Yes, I'm very excited. I'm so proud to be a part of Palmetto High School, and being head of the athletic department is very exciting for me.
But you're coming on at a really trying time with COVID. You're new at this desk, and there's a lot going on. So COVID's really thrown a wrench in your fundraising efforts. So what challenges are you facing with fundraising?
Well, the biggest thing, like the football game tonight, I don't think it hurt us as bad as we thought it would, but I mean, we were only allowed to have 1,000 people in here. And then once we had an issue with the ticketing company, Ticket Spigot, we went ahead and cut it back to about 960 tickets. So we are taking a little bit of a hit money-wise for all of the athletics at Palmetto High School with the hit of the tickets, the number of tickets. But we did sell out, so that's a good thing. And I think we sold out for the fact that people wanted to be at the game. They wanted a new normal.
Yeah,
so,
they want to be out.
Yep, so they want to be out. So, like I said, we did sell out. We sold out today around 3, and hopefully over time we're going to add a few more people to this as we go from one phase to another. We're going to add more and more people each game. Next week it'll be about the same. So if anybody wants to buy their tickets, the tickets will go on sale on Ticket Spigot probably Monday of next week, but we'll let everyone know when they are on sale.
That's great. So how would you like the community to help raise money for this? Your department needs money.
Right.
So what can you tell the community, what can you ask of the community? We all want to help, so let us help you.
First, I'd like to say Palmetto is a community school, and they have many people have reached out to us. I mean, and I guess the biggest thing is when we do have functions, when the Booster Club throws their Vegas night, we want people to come and have fun. And it's not like we're asking for money for nothing. I mean, the Vegas night work is a great fun time. So they're getting what they pay for, plus a little more. And, the community is helping. If they want to donate, they can always call me at Palmetto High School, and I'll always take a check. But I'm really a firm believer in giving something back for the money that they give. So we're just going to come up with innovative ideas as we go. One of them is we might start selling masks. Masks are big now.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, so
we need masks, unfortunately.
So we're looking into things like that, and we're excited. But like I said, the community's done a great job, and I think it's going to continue to be. They're going to continue to help us.
Right. So everybody's happy to be back at school. Everybody's happy to see the football playing, and everybody's moving on. So in your new desk, what's your plan for the first few months? Like, you're just getting back in this. It's a lot. Everything's changed. So, I mean, it's overwhelming probably. So what's your plan for the first few months?
Well, it started a couple of weeks ago when I was announced as the new athletic director at Palmetto. What I did was I started meeting with the coaches. I met with administration to find out, what their expectations of me. And I also let a couple of expectations that I had for myself. I let the administration know. Met the coaches, see what their needs are, their immediate needs, their needs a year from now, and more importantly, their needs 3 years from now. So then we can come up with a budget on the fundraising side to get some of these things that the school or the district doesn't have to pay for. And all the coaches, so I haven't met with all the coaches, but the ones that I have met with so far are on board. They're ready to get going and make money for their teams.
Right, you've got a hardworking crew. So what's going on with the playoffs? That's going to be different this year. So how's that going to work? It's confusing to everyone.
It's confusing to everyone. It's confusing to me. I won't be able to give all the answers, but I can give you the basic. What they're going to do is they're going to do a draw-in for the playoffs. Anyone who wants to be in the playoffs will be in the playoffs this year. That's a first. It's kind of exciting. Right. We're not sure how many teams have opted in and opted out, but when they do the draw, we don't have home or visitor games yet. We don't know where we'll be, but we will. I do know one thing. We'll be there for a few weeks, so hopefully we'll get a couple home games because this team's looking pretty good tonight.
Yeah, they look great.
I mean, especially for a team. We're playing a team that's played 2 weeks in a row. This is their third game. Our guys have just been beating up on each other for, maybe 6 weeks, maybe not even that.
Right. So what about the Florida High School Athletic Association? I hear that's changed. Has it changed because of COVID, or what's going on with that?
I couldn't really speak too much to the change since I'm coming in new to the program. I will tell you this, they've been very helpful to me as a new AD. I call with some questions. Our athletic director of the school district has also been helpful to me. It's really been an easy and then, of course, I also have Kenny Ansbro, our past. He's a good friend of mine. If I have some questions and he's been texting me all week, hey, you got this. Hey, we're going to be doing fine. Everything's going to work out well. And the one thing a lot of people didn't realize is I've been running these football games for about 15 years. So this is kind of, although I've never ran it with COVID. The social distancing, me and several of my friends, Daniel Bradshaw, putting X's and you sit here, don't sit here. So it's been, but the FHSAA for the most part has been very helpful to me.
That's perfect. So tonight's the first game since COVID, and the fans seem to be really, cooperating. Everything's very organized. Is there anything that you need to tell us, the public, the fans, what we can and can't do? I mean, we know to put the mask on, but do you have any tips as far as parking, ticket sales? Like, what's your advice to us that's different?
I think the biggest thing people can do is go on the Palmetto High School website or the Palmetto Sports website, Facebook, or they can go to Palmetto High School website anytime, because I am really good about letting them know what's going on. That's the only, because things change every time. Things change every day. So I may have a plan one day, but it may change the other. So that's the best way to do it. Just get on our social media sites and I'll let them know as soon as I know.
That's great to know. Okay, so I checked out the new online store it's called tigerprideapparel.com.
Right.
Everybody needs to go online and check that out. I'm going to repeat it, tigerprideapparel.com.
Right.
So the dry tech shirts, there's all sorts of golf apparel. We really need to let people know about that. I mean, that's a great idea.
Right. And everyone's always asking for Palmetto stuff. So if you go on that website, it's an easy way to find exactly what you want. And if you don't find what you want, call them or call out Bill Britt, head of boosters, and they'll help them out get what they need.
Right. Well, it's a great way to keep it organized and not overspend on extra merchandise that you don't need. For you guys having too much inventory laying around. So, okay, this new motto, one town, one team. I mean, that's great. That's brilliant. When you go to Gainesville, what do you see? Gators everywhere. Right. So now, when you come to Palmetto, what do you want us to see?
Oh, the one town, one team. I mean, I have that logo on several different shirts. I wear it all the time. It's a point of pride for me.
Of course.
So I enjoy that. It's a great. I wished I'd invented it, but it's something that I think will stick with Palmetto a long time. Because, like I said, as Palmetto's small, we're only going to always have one high school.
That's
and
right.
And these kids, 80% of these kids around this neighborhood, they ride by this school every day and went to this school, and they're 50 or 60 years old and still ride by their school. So it's really cool.
That's awesome. I love it. So we all need to repeat that. One town, one team.
Yeah.
That's all we need. It's perfect. Okay, so the Suncoast Saltwater Shootout. Now that is an excellent fishing tournament to raise money. Do you think that will have that again in April?
Oh, yes. Yeah, it was weird. We had, because of COVID, we did it like a virtual fishing tournament.
Right.
And I guess it's hard to explain a virtual fishing tournament other than you catch a fish, you put it on your video, and then move, and no one. You miss the camaraderie of that.
Energy,
yeah,
right.
the energy of the pre-meeting, the post-meeting, the awards. You miss all that.
Everything, the raffle tickets.
Yes, I will guarantee that tournament will be back on.
That's great. Okay, so I think you had about 60 boats, 60 teams.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
I'm not sure on the virtual one. I know the one before had quite a few.
Right. I think the virtual didn't have as many,
Right.
but then before you had
Yes.
60. So why don't we set a goal for the community and let's try to get 80? Like how many boats would you like to see to get this, the energy, the fundraising? I mean, everybody around here
Right.
likes to fish. So.
And if you know this group, they're always about goals. So
Yes.
you say 80, they may say 100.
Yeah, let's
so yeah,
challenge.
we're always trying to make it better. Just like our recent golf tournament, we made it better. It was the biggest golf tournament ever.
That's
so we're
perfect.
always reaching out for better goals.
Right. Okay. So the challenge is on. Let's tell everybody. Okay. So what about the Hall of Fame? You ready? Got to stop.
Hey, guys.
No, we're good. We got the Hall of Fame is going to be an event we're working on.
Yeah.
We will have a Palmetto Athletic Hall of Fame, and it won't only be athletics. We're going to introduce people who make a difference in our community for Palmetto.
And there are a lot of those people.
Yes.
So,
Okay, we're getting ready to start the third quarter.
Well, thanks for your time.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Let's go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers.
There, he's at the 45, he's at the 50, he's at the 40, and he's going at 30. Still going. All the way for the score, Jaquez Hughes. No flags.
That's what you love to see, Rick, with the veteran players making big plays. Jaquez Hughes running kicks and making big plays on defense, and what a way to start second half, gentlemen.
Hey, guys, the best part of that play was Matt Brazelton. Matt Brazelton, remember, he's the head coach tonight and had to call for the 1-point conversion. he took off like a bat going down there to let him know you need to do a 1.
I love it. 11:42 on the clock. Ramirez awaits, gets the leg into it, and it hits the upright and goes off the upright to the left. So that score will remain 16-7. Palmetto Tigers in the lead here. But what an amazing return there by Jaquez Hughes.
We begin the first half.
It really was, Brian, and we were trying to get situated in here after the good discussion with our new AD, and things happened so quickly. We were up. We were trying to yell at everybody without a mic.
And yeah, we've got social distancing, keeping space, and all those things. So it's, but what a great return, and just shows you, only 18 seconds off the clock there, and things are. Alexis Ramirez will kick this one off.
Alexis Ramirez
Get a kick out of good service from our friends at DeVito's Auto, located in Ellington. There's a driving short kick, and it's going to be fielded there, and he is across the 33-yard line. That's Pelham, number 6, Jakeem's Pelham.
Yeah, and Pelham is there's another huge back that they have an option to help out, and they just got, and they're a lot like us. I mean, they've got several backs that can come in and they can get the job done, and they can give the others a couple plays to rest.
And really just a big play by special teams to open up this second half. And 11:35 on the clock, and Logan Rogers awaits, fakes a handoff. Good pressure there by Ormsby, but he goes for about a 1-yard gain on the play.
Yeah, we're seeing some real good pressure up front, and we saw that at the end of the first half. And Rogers was able to pick up a yard, but good job by the D front.
If we can keep him at a yard every time, we'll win this ball game. For sure.
11:05 on the clock. Rogers scans the field. Looks over here, and it's a middle screen. Great job.
That's going to be Jalen Wester. I don't even have to look at a number.
Yeah, you knew that. And squatting on that middle screen, Jalen Wester. So it looks like he's recovered from that little – he's probably had a shoulder stinger or something like that late in the second quarter. Brings up a 3rd and 10.
This is when you got to keep your eyes on number 7, Solomon Luther, as a receiver.
Yeah, he's his go-to guy here, for sure.
Third and long. Logan, it throws the middle again, and now he gets a block this time, and he goes for the first down.
And there we go. I mean, just running a little crossing route, nothing fancy, and the offensive line does a good job, and the receivers do a good job as well. Kenny blocking for him, and pick up that first down.
I'll have to review that later, but I think we had an offensive lineman. The ball was thrown just past the line of scrimmage. I might have had an illegal man downfield on that play. And there is a nice tackle there by the defense. Initially in there was number 28 for the Tigers.
That's Caden. Is it
Bodden?
Bodden?
Yes, Caden Bodden. Second 8. Singling left. Nice cut and very good play by Palmetto Tiger defensive line. Struggles forward for just a minimal gain, but that brings up a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, hard to get a lot of numbers in there with that scrub. I know that Ormsby was right there, was able to get his hands on him.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
3rd and 7, 9:16 on the clock. Ball is at the 49-yard line. There's a whistle there, and we have a timeout by Port Charlotte. That's going to be the first timeout of this second half.
Yeah, probably a good call by Coach Ingman over there. It's a critical play. When you go down and score on the kickoff and get the ball back, you want to return this, and they need to sit down and think about this. With their offense, you want to keep them in these 3rd and medium, 3rd and long, so that limits what they can do.
Yeah, you're right, Kenny, and we'll go back, time and time again. We really have to figure out a way how to stop that Solomon Luther on those 3rd and longs. He is going to be the go-to receiver, and he's so athletic and he's so fast. We just got to get a body on him and slow him down.
Yeah, whenever you see on a roster those ATHs, those are the ones. Those are the guys that are the go-to guy and usually the best athlete on the field.
Got to keep your eye on Solomon Luther, number 7, 3rd and 7. Logan rolls to the right. Man, he's got a lot of pressure, throws it out there, and that's an incomplete pass. So probably be a punting situation.
Yeah, and that was all about pressure right there, and that was a good job. I'm trying to get some numbers here. Like Floyd was in there on the quarterback and made him basically just throw off of his back foot, but he had an open receiver, and luckily it was a high throw. But good job by that defense getting a little pressure on Logan Rogers. So you never know here.
Yes, it scares me every time they line up like this.
Low snap, and he runs the rugby kick out of there. It's got a little top spin on it, and it trickles out of bounds at the 23-yard line.
So you can tell that the defense is really starting to understand the dynamics of live play. They're starting to feel their oats here. They're coming off that ball a lot quicker than they were that first quarter, Kenny. The D line really looked good on that series.
Yeah, absolutely, and we've got some big stud players there, and this is where they start dominating, and they're fresher, and they've got some of those kids on Port Charlotte going both ways. So this is where the fatigue and the tired and the cramps all start kicking in.
Very, very humid night here at Harley Stadium. Sajal Hickson, nice cut, and then he's still grinding forward. Goes for about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, looks like he wanted to cut outside, and Pole wasn't there, so he just did a quick cut inside, a nice 4-yard gain. Need a nice, long, sustained drive here to burn some clock and extend the score.
Yeah, twisted off in the little body lean there, brings up a 2nd and 4, so he actually picked up 6 yards on the play. Looked like some movement there, no call. Sajal Hickson goes around the sideline. He's at the 40, and he's driven out of bounds at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, that's one thing that Hickson doesn't get a lot of credit for is that speed around the edge. I mean, he is quick, a lot quicker than you'd think, and he is powerful, as we already know. But that was a great run to pick up that first down, Kenny, just like you were talking about. And really, if we can just continue to run the ball successfully and burn that clock down and pick up some points at the end.
So 8:15 on the clock. Palmetto Tigers lead this one here in the third quarter, 16-7. Interesting formation there, and gain of about 1 yard on the play.
Yeah, and really, Sageville probably shouldn't have picked up anything on that, but he was able to squeak at least a yard.
Yeah, he found a little hole and just leaned right into it and managed a positive effect out of that.
2 receivers, 1 on each side of the formation. And that one is handed off, bouncing off of that, but no gain on the play. Number 6 there for the Tigers, and that's Jamal Williams, a running back. And he comes in there. He's only a sophomore. And he's a nice size, 5'11" and 180. Nice size.
I mean, that interior line, that defensive line for the Pirates, I mean, they are not big at all. And they are quick. They get off the blocks and are making some really nice tackles for, minimum gains here on this series.
Yeah, that 33, Charlie Van Amberg, is tough on the center of the line. Siplin looks, throws it out there. He's got a receiver, and there's contact simultaneous as the ball's there. No interference on the
He's lobbying
play.
for a flag, but I don't think he's going to get it.
So that brings up a 4th down for the Tigers. So really good stand there by Port Charlotte.
Yeah, it really was. And you know what? I agree with that call. I mean, it was really close, but a great play by that DB for the Pirates. And we've got to punt this thing away and hope for another great defensive series for the Tigers.
Jaquez Hughes punt. He looked really good the first time. Hopefully, if he can get off the same kind of punt, we can switch the field and make them have to go a long ways to try to score here.
Always good to have a left-footed punter. It comes out of there with a different English for the receivers on a wet field like it is tonight. And, of course, Jaquez is very speedy, so you have to play safe. You're not going to see him try to come in there. And there's a high kick, and it just dies.
You're not going to get any roll off of this field. It's like a sponge, and it's like my golf ball. Right? If it does find the fairway on a wet course, it's going to plug.
It looked like a shot put, the way it just, or a cannonball, just stuck in the ground there. Flag on the play. Walk us through this one, Ken.
It's like procedure. We're going to have to – I don't know what they did. They just add 5 yards to the penalty or make us kick it again.
Probably a good call. You see the Palmetto Tigers, you got your DB back there kicking. And so probably a good call by the Port Charlotte staff over there.
Well, we'll see. They kicked it to about the 28-yard line, so we'll see what if this makes a difference.
So they're going to make the Tigers re-kick this from 5 yards back.
So now he'll be punting the ball.
I would do whatever I could to kick it away from Luther, who's back there to receive the punt. I would try to kick it as far away from him as I possibly could.
Just like they did with LeJonte the last 2 seasons. They wouldn't kick it to him at all.
I don't think that Solomon Luther ever leaves the field. He's out there.
They're going both ways.
Woo! There is.
Yeah, that's going to be a roughing
the kicker.
Yeah, that's definitely
roughing.
Is that a first down in high school?
Well,
it depends on is it running or roughing.
I think we had 14 yards to go, so that's going to be 15, and that'll be
first
a first down.
Yes, there you go. That might be.
And Jaquez is hurt. He's down. Hopefully, it's just a cramp, but he's down.
So
yeah, that's a cramp.
Really a fortunate break. Not the strongest punt that he got out of there, after the penalty, but a very
they had a big rush. And they were coming. They got very close to blocking that punt.
Yeah, so it looks.
Every day, 192 people in the U.S. die from drug overdose, but they don't have to. In Florida, if you're trying to save the life of another person, you're protected from prosecution by the Good Samaritan Act.
You just saved her life.
All right, we're back, and the trainers are still working on Jacquez Hughes trying to get that cramp worked out and get him off the field, and hopefully he'll be able to bounce back here for the next defensive series for the Tigers. And so we got a huge break here. Kenny, get the offense back on the field. Maybe we can still pick up some points with 6:42 left here in the ball game. But this is, COVID has really put a damper on things. And once again, I'm glad to be back. Glad to be playing football again. It's just been a strange year for not only football but for everything in life. So we have our mask on. We're looking good, and this football team is really starting to get to a point where we think they need to be. So let's watch them here offensively.
Siplin hands the ball off to Sajel Hickson, and he goes for a nice play, run of about 3 yards.
Yeah, Sajel really hasn't missed a beat, has he?
No.
I mean, he's picked up right where he left off last year.
And you talked about his speed on the edge. I remember the Miami Central game where he broke a couple on the outside against that fast team.
There's a keeper. Going to pick up the first.
Picks up that
it's
first down.
It's going to be close, yes.
I think he's got it. But look at there. Can you see number 99, the defensive tackle? If you're looking at the Tiger Vision shot there, he's on his knees, and he's about 2 or 3 yards underneath the surface of the ground. So you can really see how wet that field is out there.
It's going to be a 3rd and short here,
Third
Brian.
and short. Siplin. Oh, boy, low snap. Great play by Siplin and Sajel Hickson for the first down. Just there's the benefit of having a great athlete back there in the backfield.
Yeah, no doubt, because that can really throw the rhythm of the play off. And, we've seen that a few times here tonight where Josh was unable to pick it up because it was on the ground. And good job by him to pick up that first down.
Now we just finished this drive here.
Running hard, going for a gain of about 3. And, coming back to number 33 over there, and Shalier Van Amberg. He is tough. Number 99 is Daquan Martin that we talk about, but that number 33 on that defensive line is tough. And now Siplin takes it again. This time, nothing there. Driving.
He's still
forward.
Driving.
He's telling
still
everybody.
Driving.
I'm 205
pounds. He's going to be right at that first down marker too, Brian. Right at it. Maybe just half a yard short.
And when your quarterback can do this just drives defensive coordinators nuts trying to prepare.
And they had that play covered on the edge.
They did. They had it stopped, but he just lowered his shoulder and he did a Sajel Hickson and made it close.
Incredible move on the D end over there. Just put that foot in the ground, and there is Sajel Hickson. And
I think that's going to be number 6.
That's the Manatee kid.
That Jamel
Williams. He slips Jamel Williams into the backfield, and really impressive-looking drive here by the Tigers. All set up by the roughing the kicker.
Right, capitalizing on a big mistake there.
And now they brought Benson in to replace him, number 15.
Cleve Benson in the backfield.
One of our new backs as well.
And I like him. He's one of those. He reminds me of a Warwick Dunn type of back. Running forward, going for a nice gain on the play of 3 yards.
Watching him at practice, he reminded me of Alonzo Houston because he's built like Warwick Dunn, short to the ground, but he is just big everywhere, solid muscle.
He reminds me of Bubba Butler with about 10 more pounds added to him, right?
Yeah. Great analogy there. Yes.
Good vision, and when you're running behind an offensive line with 2 300-pounders, a tick up 275, very hard to find in that backfield too. Yes. As a D lineman looking across that line,
we got an offensive lineman down that's injured.
Hopefully, just another cramp.
We'll get a number on that, see if the Tiger Vision camera crew can get us a little closer on that to take a look and see who's down.
Hey, this is Casey Scott, husband, father, artist, golfer, diver, fisherman, lover of life and family. Passionate about protecting our world's resources and capturing its beauty through my artwork. Although I live in Palm Beach, Florida, I buy my vehicles from Conley Buick GMC in Bradenton because they are passionate about protecting our environment and providing you with a great buying experience. They absolutely do treat you like family.
Yeah, over on the left-hand side of the line over there, we've been talking about the size of the offensive line, and looking across there, it looked like it was the left tackle or the left guard over there. And let's go across the offensive line during this break here from left to right. You got a junior, number 52, Kawan Smith, 6'3", 275 at left tackle. Left guard over there, you have Kareem Ismail, 6'3", 275. And then at center, number 71. They call him Juju here in Palmetto, but it's Giuliano Shaitella. And then the guard, number 74, Eric Brust, is 6'2", 250. And then big Quentin Zanders over there, 6'3", 300 pounds, number 55 at right tackle. So I didn't pick up who the injury was on. We'll get that, and our thoughts and prayers are out there. 3 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock here in the third quarters, with the Tigers driving, hanging on to a 16-7 lead.
Brian, I'm being told that is Kaiwan Smith.
So big Kaiwan Smith at 6'3", 275, the left tackle over there. And, you know, seeing those young men in the locker room, I will tell you this. At, 6'4", 245 pounds walking through there, with my social distancing, I can tell you what, that is a huge young man. It looks like he's got a little injury on the left leg.
Yeah, it doesn't look good right now, and hopefully we pray for a speedy recovery. And
yeah, these kids work hard. They work year-round, and they've been challenged this year, and with not being able to practice as a group. And I remember during the media day, the kids, when we interviewed them, they just wanted to play because this is their time to shine. And unfortunately, this is part of the game with the injuries. Hope we can bounce back. We surely need him on the line.
And young men, they change so much from we did one of the Cardinal Mooney players there had gone from 185 pounds to 270 pounds from his junior to senior year. And you think about the size, that's such a difference.
Just trying to think about the grocery bill on that, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that has to be astronomical.
But the young men change. Looking at Jalen, Wester.
And Josh Siplin's has put on 25 pounds since last year. I mean, they've been hitting this hard. They're very dedicated to this. They practice it year round now, and
so my son Tyler, he left for college, a few weeks ago. So he was at about 190, 195, and when he left, we saved about $250 a week in food. So these boys
somebody
eat.
else's problem.
These boys eat, yes.
Get that meal plan, and now they'll clean them out at school.
So during the pause in the action here, again, it's Kaiwan Smith, 6'3", 275-pound junior out there playing left tackle. And really they've got the golf cart out there. So let's just pray that things will be okay for big Kaiwan Smith. And another thing with, everything that's been going on without the players being able to practice and that kind of thing, this kind of thing, is something that really can flatten out and demotivate a football team. One of your brothers goes down out there, and you have to put the mind back on the game, and our thoughts were with Kaiwan. 3:44 on the clock. And he keeps it. Oh, nice fake there.
Nice.
And spins her off another defender.
Great run by Josh on that. And that's what I like about him. And, that's something that, we've talked about. It's an added bonus for this football team because he has the ability to pick up big yards when you need it. And
which essentially moves the chain and sustains the drive, and you end up scoring points. Absolutely. He's a definite threat.
3rd and 2. Sajel Hickson in the backfield. Nice cut. And he's going to be right at the marker.
This is 4-down territory
for
sure.
He had the right foot out there, so you figure he came up short on the spot. And
it looks like it was a lot closer than that.
So it brings up a 4th and a yard here. 2 minute and 48 seconds on the clock. Ziplin under center. Oh, nice play.
Just find a spot.
And so he gets the first down on second effort. But, Ziplin is so tall and so long. He picks up about another 1.5 yards on that body lane.
Well, I mean,
extending, yeah.
He wants to go up the middle, and he sees that it's jammed up in there, and he just, takes a little half step to the left and picks up the first down. Good job, Josh.
And you know why it's jammed up in that middle? It's the old number 99,
Number 99
and
yes.
number 33. Those guys
tough.
are tough. In the
Okay,
interior
got to
line.
finish this.
First and goal for the Palmetto Tigers. 2:35 on the clock here in the third quarter. Ziplin hands it to Hickson, running hard and low, driving forward for 6.
Yeah, that's Hickson territory right there. Just put your head down and get your pads lowered and just.
He's a little
Run,
gimpy
yeah.
getting up. Hopefully he'll be all right.
Guys, this Port Charlotte team's got a lot of hands on hips. I was talking to the defensive line earlier when they were able to make that stop, and that's what they said. They're getting tired. Early on they were strong, and they're starting to get tired, and you saw that on this drive on their defense. A lot of hands on hips between plays, and that's always a telltale sign.
Yeah, thanks, Tom. We spoke about that. I mean, they don't have a lot of depth over there. Those guys are playing hard. And
There's the kick. It is up, and it is good. Ramirez for the extra point, so the Palmetto Tigers lead this one 23-7, 2:27 here in the third.
Yeah, go ahead. I was going to say the big thing, Kenny, that we haven't really spoke about too much tonight. This is a district game.
No, there are no. Well,
there is no district anymore.
There is a district. There will be no district champion, and it's a whole conversation in itself. They're going to combine 5A through 8A, and if you want to be in the playoffs, you're in. They're going to have. It's going to be a March Madness team of 64, and if there are more than 16 teams in a region in our area, which would be 5A, 6A, 7A, 8A, you will play an extra week. And it's going to be luck of the draw, so Palmetto could be number 17 and may play Venice as the number 16 seed, and in the winner may go to DeSoto, who would be the top seed.
So we could run through the regular season undefeated.
And we could be the number 16 seeded. Yeah, the only thing is you're playing your competition. You're going to be. We play our competition, which Coach Marino is big on. That helps. Yes.
Get a kick out, a good service with our friends at DeVito's Auto located in Ellington. Look at this one. It sits down at the 5-yard line. Look at that Palmetto Tiger defense swarm there.
Good special teams there for the Tigers.
And, anytime you have Pelham back there, Jakeem's Pelham, he is a fantastic returner, running back, very highly skilled, able to break tackles. But you can see that containment special teams unit. They all stayed in their lanes like they're supposed to and really know where to go.
Yeah, and we've seen that on Coach Marino's. They always have special teams. They practice it every day, and that's the difference between a good team and a great team. Your special teams flipping the field, maximizing your returns, and good tackling and containment.
Yeah, one thing, while we have this break here, it's going to be a stoppage of play momentarily. I guess they're
setting the clock.
Setting the clock. Now it's been blown live for play. Logan Rogers, 2 backs in the backfield with him. Slot back comes across in motion and hands the ball off, and good block out there. Almost, he breaks a tackle, and that's going to be Luther coming around from that with a very nice, going to be a face
late
mask.
Flag.
Tom, from your angle, did you see a face mask there at that?
So number 27, number 29, Jordan Simpson, he had an opportunity to make a tackle there, and you cannot tackle that young man high. It's just not going to happen, and he was able to break off of that tackle quite easily and pick up some big yards, and now we've got the face mask penalty on top of it.
So Solomon Luther continues to perform out here, and you got to be impressed with Luther in the game that he's having tonight on this field, playing both ways. You know, he's listed as a WR and athlete, as we talked about before, and he truly is special. Slot formation to the right, low snap. Nice run by Pelham there. And shakes a tackle, grinds forward for about a 13-yard gain. So
they haven't given up, that's for sure.
And that was a good job by the O-line of the Pirates, man. A huge hole for him to run through, and linebackers had to come up there and try to grab a hold of that big running back. He's a beast as well.
He's good. He good. Rogers running the option to the left, keeps it. Trying to break that one all the way back. Does a pretty good job to get a couple yards out of that one, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 8. Gabe McDuffie with the Tigers getting some playing time here. Looking pretty good. Looks like they hand this one off to Pelham and does a great job, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 3.
That defense may have been tired for the Pirates, but the O-line looks pretty fresh.
You must be impressed, as we were last year during the playoff, with the conditionings of the Port Charlotte team. Their ball is on the ground. Pelham takes it, and it's going to be a loss on the play, so that's going to bring up a 4th and 10.
Yeah, that was a huge break for the Tigers.
So we'll call it a 4th and 9.
Yeah, one of the things looking at the playoff game last year with them, we helped them out with some miscues on pitches that kept them in the game.
We had to call a timeout because we were about to get caught with 12 men on the field, and a late substitution that, you know, we got an offense that's running the ball without a huddle. We tried to make a substitution, and there was a mix-up there, and Coach Brazelton takes that time out, and it probably was a good thing that he did because –
you know, one thing we've seen with the coaching staff at Palmetto, Dave Marino's coaching staff over the years, they do I've watched college football teams that'll run 12 and 13 and 8 out there sometimes. I'm not going to mention any particular team, but I was watching those guys last year. And the one thing I think I've been doing Tiger Vision for 8 years, and you guys have been doing it longer than I. And I can tell you over that time period, you don't see a lot of those situations where we don't have the proper number of players out there. We use our timeouts sparingly, generally get into the halves with 3 timeouts at the end of each half. So Palmetto
clock management is a very important key to the game, and using your timeouts wisely for sure.
30 seconds on the clock here in the 3rd. 4th down. Logan Rogers with a reverse. And that's going to be a big gain, 1st down on the play.
And we've seen that one before in every game, and you just got to be wary of it, and they catch you off guard and get their athlete there to move the chains. Good call.
Can't believe that was Solomon Luther. As much as he's been out there tonight, that much speed this late in the game, incredible. Pelham with a run to the center of the field. Man, he is a load. Goes for about a 4-yard gain. So only 9 seconds here remain in the 3rd quarter. Palmetto Tigers have this 23-7 lead. Big Floyd Dozier Jr. runs onto the field along with Jordan Renard. You know, and Floyd Dozier Jr., I think he's going up to play at Buffalo, right, Ken?
He is committed to Buffalo. That's still up in the air. He's got, talking to him a little bit yesterday. He likes Buffalo, and there's also some other schools still courting him, but he's got 25 offers out there. He's got plenty to choose from.
And he's an interesting specimen because he's got very long arms at D-tackle. He reminds me of Ed Chester that played for Florida with the really long arms, but, you know, I heard he was throwing up 405 pounds on the bench press. So just imagine this. Going out there and trying to block, and the way that it rolls out, you got Jordan Renard out there and Floyd Dozier Jr. in front of you. Sounds like a nightmare. Second, and we'll call it 25 yards. That was a personal foul after the play there on Port Charlotte. Or, on the Pirates. Single wing to the right. Stoppage of play.
We're having a hard time here getting this.
Yeah, Brian, you talk about defensive linemen. You can never have enough of them, and really, they are hard to find good ones. And if you have one, you're lucky. But we're sitting here with two very good ones, which is the cornerstone of our defense.
And
we're blessed here at Palmetto.
Blessed, and you have players like Ormsby, number 61. He'll play in the middle a lot. He's a smaller defensive line at 255 or 245.
But he's got linebacker speed, and he has got an eye for that ball. And if the ball is loose, you're going to see number 61 around it. He's a gamer for sure.
Yeah, he looks like a linebacker out there, and he plays fast.
Yes,
fast. Often. You see him make a play, you think it's a linebacker that shot the A-gap. So he is a fast player out there at DN, and you got all the big bodies there. And then the defensive line rotation here at Palmetto High School. And that is the end of the third quarter. Clock goes to 0. Palmetto Tigers have the lead in this one, 23-7.
So tell me, what was actually the name of the award? It was you were the #1 stream in the streaming awards. Isn't that correct?
Correct.
Hey guys, Chris Conley here from Conley Buick GMC. Hang on for the fourth quarter and remember, go Tigers.
Back to live action here, beginning of the fourth quarter, and Palmetto Tigers with this 23-7 lead. Rick, we were making a point there as we went to break.
What was your name?
I don't know what happened. We had 2 minutes and 30 seconds of dead air time, and then the referees were discussing a lot of things that we are not privileged to. And I think we had some conversations with the coach on the Pirate side, and maybe he was not happy about the personal foul. But we can't tell from up here. But anyway, third quarter ran out before we could figure out what exactly was happening, but we're gonna get this thing back started now.
And a great quarter for the Tigers, winning at 13-0.
And third and forever here for Port Charlotte. Logan Rogers throws the little hitch out there. You got to watch Luther, and that's really good closing there. And that was over there, number 7 for the Tyreek Wagner, and he continues to make plays. 5'10", 155 pound. He's listed as a cornerback, and man, he's tall.
I can see Solomon Luther playing D1 somewhere on Saturday. I mean, he's gifted.
Mm-hmm.
And he does take those hitch routes and take them to the house. He had one of 61 yards on a little route like that earlier this season. Now they throw them. Nice play.
Oh,
Floyd
great job.
Dozier Jr.
Great hands.
Almost
there.
picked that thing off.
Now here's what I was talking about.
Is that Floyd Dozier?
That's Floyd Dozier Jr., and that's what number 5. What I was talking about earlier as an interior defensive lineman, they usually don't have that 36-inch arm sleeve, and he's able to do that kind of thing. Had an interception last year, if you remember.
290 pounds out there doing that.
Crazy. Oh, very close to being blocked there. And Jaquez Hughes really wanted to pick that one up, and but did a wise thing and let it settle down there. About the 16-yard line, Tigers will take over with 11:46 here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, well, you're not going to get that bounce that we're used to
tonight,
on this spongy field. And it was a good thing that he didn't try to pick it up, because once again, there's Solomon Luther ready to pounce on it.
Does Luther ever leave the field?
I don't know if he takes a break. They're few and far between, I'll tell you that. I mean, he's an athlete.
Josh Sippelin awaits. What do you call that formation out there? Diamond formation?
Yeah, that's good.
There's a pitch that's on the ground, and it's finally recovered there. So scrambling back to the ball there is number 15, Cleve Benson. But a big negative play. Clock continues to burn here. Now down the field, we've got a lineman down here.
99, he's coming off.
Yeah,
that could have been a disaster.
Yeah, it really could. Another thing that so that's number 74. That's down now, Brian, with Eric Burst, and we didn't get a number on the replacement for the last injury. I don't know who went in.
For Kawan,
right.
over at left tackle, but we'll pick that up. And one thing I did notice on the depth chart, it's not going to be much of a drop-off in weights out there. Huge offensive line. So there's Eric Bruss there being helped off the field.
Hurting.
And you know what this is? It's that soggy field.
It absolutely is. That plays a big part in this. And, once again, we were able to recover that ill-advised. I think it was a good pitch. I thought maybe it was a little outside. I couldn't really tell. I thought Josh pitched it well, but we got to get out of this hole.
Tough sledding here for the Tigers. Pinned in. Josh Siplin, quarterback keeper, all
great
the way to
block.
the 10. Cuts it up. Oh, makes another guy miss.
What a run.
And that is an amazing run. Does his Lamar Jackson imitation.
And some really good blocking on the edge by the receivers to give Josh a little bit of running room there, and he does the rest, but he picks up a lot of that yardage
We can
back.
get a first down here now.
Oh, there's an encroachment there, and we'll talk about whether that's offsides or – but Port Charlotte across the line.
And that's going
That'll
to do
do
it.
it.
It's going to be close, right? It should do it.
That is a first down for the Palmetto Tigers. 11:03 on the clock here in the fourth.
Wow,
so
a near disaster and now we have a first down 30 seconds later.
And that's just plain fatigue right now.
Yes.
That's fatigue on that D line. They have played a really good game, and they have been fast all night, and they have really given that offensive line some struggles. But we have a lot of athletes on the other side of the ball as well.
Siplin fakes the pitch. Wisely just takes that one up. Kind of a low snap, messed up the time. And I wanted to say the linebacker over there, Justin Hiltz, he's a junior, number 56 for Port Charlotte. He's really nice. He's really making a lot of good reads, and I see him, dropping when he needs to drop and filling that A gap. He's had a pretty good game here this evening. Palmetto has 4 receivers out there, single back, and that's going to be Sajel Hickson, and he bounces it outside, breaks a tackle, and he's going to be driven out of bounds after a gain of about, let's see, they mark it for about a 2-yard gain on the play.
Just want to stay in bounds and eat this clock up and have a good drive here.
Big front there. Everybody up, pressed tight to the line of scrimmage. Be a good play.
They got about 8 in the box there.
Yeah, 8 in the box there. Siplin looks, throws it out there. There's the route. Oh, and it
was there.
Incomplete pass. But really, I think
it didn't look like Josh had a real good hold on that ball
No.
when he tried to throw it. And once again, it could be the field, but he was struggling to control that ball as he was trying to throw. It comes out low, and luckily we didn't get a pick there.
But I like the call. With that front that they had there, it was very tough running there, and I like the call.
Executed, it might have been 6 points.
Yeah, that's one of those calls.
Good call.
Jacquez Hughes.
Jacquez.
He's healthy, and he's back there to punt it again. Low snap. Good job not getting his knee on the ground. It's a high spinning kick, and it's going to come down at the
Got a nice roll.
Hey, good roll there.
It's not as wet down there.
Down to the 34-yard line.
Great job.
So once again, our long snapper is down. He's not playing tonight. Our punter is down, right? So that's success right there.
Next man up.
That's a good job just to execute that, and you know more about long snappers than anybody, Kenny. I mean, that's not easy to jump in there.
You got to have a good one. Tom was a good one back in the day.
Tom Porter on the sidelines down there. I wanted to see if your microphone is on.
I think we got to put a cord on that thing. He's struggling tonight with that mic.
Apologies down to Tom. 3 receivers out in the formation. 9:19 on the clock here in the fourth quarter. Palmetto Tigers creeping up, corner blitz. Logan Rogers does a great job and goes for about a 13-yard gain.
We pretty much kept him in containment tonight, but nice run by the young man. They still fighting.
He makes the right reads. You know, I could see the reads that were going on there, and that was the best option. Took advantage of it. 9:05 on the clock. Fakes it to Pelham, then he throws it.
Great. That was a great play, trying to get a number out there. That was a great defensive play by the corner.
It's Sheldrick Simpson.
Nice job.
Sheldrick goes 6 feet, 170 pounds, DBs. You know, we got
and a junior.
Hey, he had tight coverage on Solomon. That was a great defensive play there by that young man.
Really good play, too. Great ball fake by Logan Rogers there. Kind of froze the linebackers. DBs made the play. Now Logan Rogers running for his life, squares up, throws it down the field, and it's an incomplete pass. But, you know, I wanted to say it was very going through the locker room, social distance. When you come up to the cornerback, as I did L.J. Hewitt, and I'm looking him eye to eye. He is 6'3", 195-pound corner, and then you have 6-foot cornerbacks. These guys look like wide receivers out there. So they have tremendous length, does the Tigers, in the secondary.
Not sure what the penalty.
Yeah.
Is that going to be
roughing the passer, maybe? Let's see what we –
holding.
Defensive holding. Offensive holding on Charlotte. It's going to back him up. And we're taking the penalty here.
Yeah, that's a good call. Get them pushed back even more. It's going to still be second down, but
it's going to. This offense is not the most efficient when you're behind. It's hard to run this offense when you're trying to catch up.
Nicholas Smith goes across the formation. And
almost intercepted. Great job.
Really intercepted.
Is that number 20
Number 20 again, yes.
Wow.
So Sheldrick Simpson.
Cedric is, he has picked up his game here in the last couple of minutes.
Well, I'm sure there's people that are that coaches were evaluating tonight, and some people may win, like number 20 here tonight, may win a starting position just based on their play tonight, whether it's on defense, special teams, or offense.
3rd and over 20 to get that first down for Port Charlotte. Single wing to the left, to the right. And now a stoppage of play. That's going to be a timeout. That's going to be the second timeout for Port Charlotte.
A little confusion, I think, in the backfield as they were trying to get that play off, but we'll take it, give that defense a little breather here and let them get some water, catch their breath.
You know, I hear we have some big fans at the school district at the warehouse. Mike Vincent and Jesse Ferguson and the crew. I heard they really enjoy listening and probably watching and not listening to us, but they probably enjoy watching it. Any other shout-outs?
Is that Mike Vincent and Kathy?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
I can tell you this. For years, they've been very involved here with boosters, and Mike and Kathy, Tiger Vision, have been up there fixing the window on the trailer and have helping get gas for the generator. Mike swinging by and helping. They've been very, very big for Palmetto High School and the program, and we appreciate them very much. Shout out to John Kinney out there watching from St. Pete tonight, and I know I have Elaine Mansour watching from Iowa out there tonight. We've got many viewers all over the country. Oh, nice play by Rogers.
Good
there.
job. There you go.
And
is that Floyd? That's Floyd Dozier.
Yeah,
Dozier
Jr. But you could see that snap was hot, and Rogers made an excellent play to secure the ball. Was able to to make one defender miss, but big Floyd Dozier Jr. with a stop. He's a very impressive player.
You definitely got to be waiting for a fake punt here. But they're going to kick.
Oh, it's
they
blocked.
it.
And there it is. It's down, and it's going to be picked up. And is that Jalen Wester?
Jalen Wester, Mr. Special Teams.
Big baby Jalen Wester with a block, punt, and return.
Hey, they have been close all night. You knew it was just a matter of time.
Yes.
So here at Palmetto High School, he's known as Big Baby, part of the long line of Westers making plays here on this field. And I don't know if LaJonte is able to take a peek in and look at a little brother tonight, but a big play by Wester. And he's just a great young man.
Yes, it's been fun to interview him on the Tuesday night coaches show, and hopefully we'll get to see him again during the season here.
Josh Siplin on the quarterback keeper. Nice move. He's
that.
at the 10, the 5, and driving all the way. He's about half yard short. So that's going to bring up a second and about half a yard. He's nice. He's doing that.
He's smooth, man. He's like butter. He's smooth and he's silky.
Like
he just slicing, and you don't think that he's going that fast, and then he takes one little half step and gets around you.
And then he's 6'4" doing that, which is very unique.
Oh, look at this. Palmetto is now going to take a timeout. And, at the break here, it's 7:02 on the clock remaining in the fourth. Palmetto Tigers leading this one 23-7. I wanted to talk about one of my new sponsors here.
Then around and 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 around.
Could it be any more clear? Prosperity Group. I want to talk about Greg Ellie, one of our new sponsors here. Let Greg Ellie show you how to create pension-like income where you can earn a reasonable rate of return without the risk of Wall Street Casino. And I'll talk about this after the play here. Josh Siplin. Cleve Benson in the backfield. Benson running low.
Touchdown, Tigers.
Give it to him. That's a touchdown for Cleve Benson.
Benson with the carry.
Great. You know what? He's amazing how low to the ground.
Well,
powerful
you said
thighs.
he was running low. He's going to run low because he's 5'7" maybe with his shoes on.
Yeah, but his thighs, he's huge.
Oh, yeah,
huge.
he is, yes.
But great play.
I wouldn't want to try to tackle him one-on-one.
The snap is good. Siplin's hold. Ramirez's kick is blocked. And so
that's 2 tonight. That's something I know they'll be working on because we got to shore that up.
Shore that up. New kicker, sloppy field. But I want to talk about the Prosperity Group Advisors LLC. Let Greg Ellie show you how to create pension-like income where you can earn a reasonable rate of return without the risk of Wall Street Casino. Greg can also show you how to retire with a 5-year retirement plan with tax-free income. Call 1-800-440-0434 or go to http mymoneyissafe.com.
Brian, I was very proud of you. You finally got that in. It was rough, but you got it in.
Well,
yes, you were fighting the commercial.
It's fighting the commercials and the
then
breaks.
You had a soggy field.
Sponsor.
Yeah, soggy field.
Blocked extra point.
And Greg, Greg, I've known him for 40 years. He's a great guy. You know Greg. And
thank you guys
so
for
just
sponsoring
a
us.
great sponsor here, and we thank him so much. And Jalen Wester is running out late, got the helmet on there, had that
Let's see
big
if he
block
makes the
punt.
tackle.
I bet you he will. Look at number 21 out there. He's going to be right next to the kicker. And he is going to go down there and make plays. He's a starter on the, he started out just special team specialist, a couple years ago, but now He's a starter on defense, but he loves special teams. And there's a kick by Ramirez. It's a short, high kick. It's going to hit the dead spot on the field and then picked up by Pelham there. And he's trying to hit the edge. And he is going to be shaking a tackle or two, driving forward. And over there comes Jaquez Hughes finally to make the tackle. What a run.
Jalen last year, he would come in and he would play linebacker as well. So, I mean, he'd be in and out. Every time he was in the ball game, he made a play. Every single time. Linebacker spot, special teams, didn't matter. He was making plays.
And then between him and Braden Nickel, I mean, it was either one of them, 20 or 21, making the tackle on the special teams. And Braden's long snapping in college, I believe.
He's in Louisiana
Yeah,
somewhere.
Louisiana Tech, one of those schools. They had offered him, so I think he's up there.
And Braden Nickel could have played a lot more linebacker. I was one of those, I love the long snappers and how important it is the punting game. I hated to see him out there, but he was really a very
Blocked
good.
a kick.
Yeah, he's a very talented player. Throws a little hitch out, gets picked, and he's got it. He's at 30.
Yes.
The 20.
Play.
The 10.
There we go.
All the way for 6.
That's number 44.
44.
I tell you,
Jake
Jake
Ruiz.
Jake Lewis.
R-E-W-I-S Jr.
Now, you talk about some long arms. I mean, he reached out and grabbed that one.
What? And then turned on the burner. Now, Brian Wilkes, athletic director, is up here, quickly pointed out to me he's a wrestler. That's,
of course. That explains everything.
There you have it.
I get it.
Taught very early on
now.
from the new AD. All his skill comes from the new AD.
He's got a big smile on his face.
It's all
One
from
of his
being a wrestler.
wrestlers.
All the wrestlers can do that. They can put the football pads on and pick off passes and run down the sideline. What a great play by Jake Ruiz.
Jake's only a junior.
Yes, that's a good sign. We had a lot of graduates, and it's the next man up with the graduation and succession planning, and this is just what the doctor ordered.
Little fun fact for you boys. I'm back on the air, and I played football with his daddy, Bo Ruiz, William Bo Ruiz. He would only dream of intercepting the ball and running back to the end zone. He was a big boy like me. And
he probably never touched the ball.
Hey, he never did. He never did. His job was to plug the middle. That was his job.
Wow.
So I know he's been following his son closely. He's sitting right over here in the stands, and I know he's excited tonight.
High snap. And it is, I believe, partially deflected, but still goes through there. Ramirez.
Yeah, and that was a good job because, it was like a changeup. He had to stop, wait for that ball to get set, and still is able to squeak it through. So, hey, I'm really impressed with the way that we have.
Okay, Tiger Vision trivia. How about that, Tom? Let's see. What was the final score of the Port Charlotte Palmetto second round playoff game held on 11/15/2019?
I'll tell you this, it was a lot tighter than we liked. It was tight. It was too tight.
I tell you what.
We were stressing out.
Port Charlotte came out, and they had an opportunity to win the game. I'll tell you this. I'll give you a hint. Palmetto had 23.
Well, that's an exciting question, but I'm going to take my own direction here. I'm standing here with Bo Ruiz, the father, because I don't know the answer, the father of Jacob Ruiz, who just intercepted that ball and ran it back for a touchdown. Bo, talk about what you're feeling seeing your boy get out here and play like this.
I think it's awesome. He's been able to do something I was never able to do.
We talked about it on the air. I said you plugged the middle, so you never got the opportunity.
Exactly. Yeah, it's can't be more happy right now. Yeah, he's finally getting a start. Varsity, interception, pick six. Can't be more happy right now.
You never doubted him, did you?
Never.
Awesome. Hey, that's Palmetto right there, boys.
Fantastic.
Great story.
Thank you.
I'm going to go 23-21.
Okay. The correct answer. Well, the first game was. You remember what the first game was?
We
47-7.
That was a blowout.
Second game 23-17 was the correct answer.
That is correct.
I knew it was too close.
It was very stressful.
And they were thrown into the end zone to have the
Twice.
opportunity to win the game at the end of that one. Really good return there. Palmetto defense. And then we have a flag after the play, so probably a personal foul there.
Yeah, that was a good tackle, though, by Mikel Gibson.
By the way, Tom, I know you're the Arctic Air sideline guy. Is it feeling kind of cool down there on the sideline?
It's feeling awesome, actually. And while you're talking about Arctic Air, everybody knows they do a great job with air conditioning, obviously with the name. But did you know that they also do plumbing and electric? I was looking up their website today, and they offer services all over Manatee County, Sarasota. Great local family, and we really appreciate their support here on Tiger Vision.
Wow, the one-stop
Yeah,
shop.
they're good people.
Yeah,
Scott
that's
Whitaker,
great.
his wife Dana, Donnie as well. I mean, good people. Appreciate their sponsorship and being involved with Tiger football. And Arctic Air is involved a lot in the community.
I'd like Scott Whitaker to know that I personally climbed under these muddy stairs in the third quarter here to get this line so we could actually have an Arctic Air sideline report for him. So you're welcome, Scott.
All right, Tom. 6:17 on the clock. Low snap, picks it up. Nice looking back there. And that was number 44. 41?
I'm sorry, bro. We have a 41 on the roster.
Yeah, so I don't.
It's 41.
41. We'll call it Jordan Campagna there. Nice looking run.
He's listed as a DB.
Ooh, nice jump cut there too. First down on the play. So here late in the fourth quarter, Jordan Campagna out there. He's a senior listed as defensive back. Boy, he looks good on this muddy field.
I think we have some new players in there as well on defense.
Yeah, the important part of this stretch of the game is to get some film on these guys so the coaches can evaluate for future games as the season progresses.
I'm not sure. Do we have
That's got to be a
encroachment?
delay of game, I would guess. No, we have encroachment on the Tigers. So the score here, 36-7. The Palmetto Tigers are leading this one, 5:21. And it is second down. Good job by the officiating crew out there. They got the marker right. They put it down to first down because it had been flipped to second. Great job by the officiating crew here. Jordan Rogers looks, and he throws another one. There he is again. And he cuts it around. Now he's got to break one tackle. He does.
Got to get two.
He's still going.
Come on. Oh, man.
Okay,
no, wait a minute. I think that was number 45. I think that was a Zipper.
Yeah.
That was another one.
Zipper.
Chance Zipper.
Zipper.
Another junior, Brian. Stepping up.
I tell you what, made a guy shook a tackle and showed good speed. And
almost took it to the house.
And did he jump that hitch route out there? You got your outside linebacker. Probably, what was that? That was the Sam linebacker out there, right?
Yes.
Hey, guys, 2 interceptions, very similar. You think that's some coaching changes there, a little scheme change there? I was just talking to Coach Robbie Stevenson, and he said football's for smart people, and they put them in the right spot, and there you go.
Here you go.
Yeah, one thing about it, our staff, you got Marino that has his finance degree, and that's true. And you can tell the difference between a well-coached team, and over the years, as we talk about, it's a pleasure to watch a program that runs a team like a business. And great Arctic Air report there from Tom Porter. Siplin. Now we got a new quarterback in the game. Shaky exchange, running back, driving to the line of scrimmage and goes to the 11 yards. They're going to put in some new players. And a challenge here for the Tiger Vision broadcasting group this year because we have not been able.
Day Hill's little brother.
Okay, we have not.
I watched him in practice a little bit yesterday, and they were pointing him out.
We don't have him on the roster.
We don't have him on the roster, but I think he's a 9th grader.
And Zamarian Lang is the quarterback, number 10.
I'm seeing a number 86.
Yeah, I'm seeing 86 now.
didn't even know Day had a younger brother.
Well, that's what they were telling me yesterday. I don't know if it's correct.
Okay, I don't see
that. Is the Marion land. They call him Nuka.
Nuka.
Yeah. I asked Coach Brazelton, what's his name? And he looked at me with a straight face and said, Nuka. And I said, okay, Nuka it is.
N-U-N-C-A would be Nunca, which means never in Spanish. We know that one, but Nuka. Oh,
great
my
run.
Goodness, look at that.
There's some players here vying for wanting some playing time here.
This is a great football name. Okay, this guy's a freshman. He's 5'7", 140. But how about it's either Rockland Lodge or Rockland Lodge as a football player.
That's a great football name.
And he's a freshman?
Yeah.
On the varsity at Palmetto High School.
The future is bright.
Yes. Yeah. If you got a ninth grader out there playing.
And I'm trying to call the game, and Troy is over there, and both of us are doing the woo, hey, hey. So he's got that kind of movement. He's got that kind of shake. Impressive by this group. Not much drop off. Cuts it in the center of line, straight ahead.
Yeah, and think about that. That's because of Coach Marino. Coach Marino has made Palmetto football a powerful contender, and kids want to come here. They don't want to go elsewhere. They're leaving other schools to come here, and that's because Coach Marino and what he's been able to build here at his time, during his time here. And I don't think he gets enough praise for that. We need to praise him for everything that he has done for Tiger football.
And I noticed with Coach, he knows the players. And it's not one of those old school coaches that knows them by number, old number, whatever. And no, he knows the players, their names, and it's a family group here at Palmetto High School. Ooh! Oh boy, nice.
Oh,
cut.
Touchdown!
Okay,
wow.
That's Rockland Lodge. I'm gonna get a pronunciation. I like Rockland Lodge, but I'll get the correct. The Rock, man,
they're pouring it on.
Hey, Brian.
Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
Brian, while you're talking about Coach Marino, any statement about someone is the legacy they leave. Tonight with this coaching staff, it looks like Coach Marino's here calling the plays. It looks like a Coach Marino team. He can step out and let them take over, and they know exactly what needs to be done, and that's the true leadership is what that is. The kids are staying,
so right.
but the coaches have been led, and now they're leading each other, and they're making this thing happen. It's very impressive to see.
And Ramirez with a very low kick, but it's up and good. Get a kick out of good service with our friends at DeVito's Auto. Let me tell you what I think about it, Tom. The coaching philosophies, if you're really coaching them up on game day, as Coach John Wooden used to say, you haven't been coaching. It's about the preparation. If you're having to act crazy and coach them up on Friday night, there's probably the preparation hasn't been there. And you can see that this is a very well-prepared team. And I am just shocked at the freshmen and sophomores that are coming in here, and they're just not missing
And remember what we've talked about at the media day and even tonight. They haven't had much contact. They haven't had much practice, and they're just coming out there and just having fun with this. And Coach Marino has made this a destination. And as far as a leader, one leader has to learn to do is delegate. We're seeing that tonight. And Matt Brazelton stepping up as the defensive coordinator tonight and as the fill-in head coach. Great job,
There's
guys.
a short kick. Hit that one a little thin. It bounces. He gathers it. And he's in the middle of the field trying to bounce that one outside, which he does. And then he's going to be swarmed out of bounds at the 35.
Yeah, and I agree with everything that both of y'all just said. But I do miss Coach. I miss looking down there with his little cheater glasses on and just looking at the plays, and he's focused, and I miss seeing him tonight.
Nobody screamed at the refs tonight. They're very polite. That's just the problem. Nobody's screaming top of their lungs,
Thank you, Tom. Yes, he's good at that too.
I miss our talks before the game, and he's just so great to be around.
Yes, great guy.
So the clock winds down. 3 seconds remain. 2-1 on the clock. They get the snap off, hands it off to the back. Clock has expired here, and the Palmetto Tigers are going to win this one 43-7. Things are going to be a little bit unusual here to close this game. Tom Porter with the Arctic Air sideline is usually talking to players, doing interview. on the sideline, and we're just going to have to take this one. Guys, your summary is the game. Rick, let's start with you.
I'm just going to say that, we started off a little slow, and justifiably so. We're still trying to kind of fill the shoes and figure out, what we're made of. And these kids came together very quick. I would say that second half was about as dominant as you could possibly play against this Pirate team. And I'm very excited for what we will be seeing here the next few weeks as this team continues to grow and they continue to practice more together and hit. They got these pads on now, and they're going to become more confident. These young players are playing well. I think Josh was very good at managing the game tonight, running the ball effectively when he needed to, and we'll continue to work on the passing game. But the running game and everything else that we were used to seeing was back here tonight.
Yes, and you just look at the second half, Palmetto 33, Port Charlotte nothing. That says it all right there. It's not how you start, it's how you finish, and kids played well. Are there opportunities for improvement? Absolutely. The kicking game, they've got to shore some things up there. I'm sure they've got a laundry list on the offensive, defense of and that's going to come. Great first game. The schedule doesn't get any easier, so we've got to get back to work on Monday. It's just great to be back here.
All right, as Troy works his way over in the press box, when I say that to our side, he's got to be 7 feet away from us over here, but close enough. Tom Porter is on the sideline. And, Tom, before we go to Troy, let's have some comments from you, Tom.
Well, again, very different COVID, no handshaking. Everybody was kind of upset about that, but we understand. We're trying to be safe here. I got Coach Brazelton headed over to me. I don't know if you can find me. Braze! Right here. Here he comes. All right, he's coming over. We're going to get some words with him about this impressive Tiger win. Last year with all the weapons we had, it wasn't this. It was closer than this. So, this is pretty impressive to start out this way. But I'm going to go ahead and jump in here with Coach Brazelton. Coach, awesome win. Awesome win. Seemed like everything kind of went your way. Talk about this young team and some people who showed what they have tonight.
Well, Zipper is new to football, the kid that had the 2 picks late. So he was having trouble understanding the scheme and where to line up and stuff. And so when you're new, it takes time, it takes reps. So we threw him in there later in the game, and geez, can you believe it?
That was awesome, unbelievable. And we were talking about the fact that a lot of that's coaching. You put people in the right place, and they understand what's going on. They put themselves in good positions to make plays. So that was awesome. Offensively, moved the ball pretty well. Josh Siplin's been here a while, but it's his first start, I believe, as a quarterback for us. Did a great job. Didn't turn the ball over very much. Talk about his performance tonight.
What a great job. Coach Ty does a great job with the offense, and the quarterback's a position he coaches. And just time and time again, it doesn't matter who's the quarterback. They seem to just rise to the occasion and play. So that's a shout-out to him and the offensive staff, and especially a shout-out to Josh, who's bought in, there every day, a vocal leader, doing everything the right way in the hallways, on the field. So, again, a tribute to those coaches and that side of the football doing what they need to do.
Big loss last year, 24 seniors. We also lost some pretty key coaches. Pat Cucci being one of the main ones, defensive coordinator, a mainstay here in Palmetto football. He's walking around tonight. I know he's dying not being involved. Talk about the transition for this defensive staff. This bend, don't break defense tonight looked a little rough early, but, man, they got it figured out at the end.
Listen, Port Charlotte and their staff do a great job. They're a physical football team. We knew we had to match their intensity. They had 2 games under their belt. We knew it was going to be a challenge. They played us close in the playoffs. They had some returners. That quarterback's a heck of a competitor. He does a great job. So, again, we knew we had to match their intensity. We went at halftime. They did everything we thought that, they were going to do, everything we saw on film. So we told them, we're not going to adjust anything. We're going to play Palmetto football. Let's just be a little more physical, come to the ball, a little more attitude, wrap up. And let's just play with a little more speed. We know what they're doing, and let's just finish. We've been here, done that. It just took a half to kind of adjust, and then we kind of fell into our groove and got on top of them. We kind of took them out of their rhythm. They don't want to chuck it maybe as much as we do. So, we knew if we were able to do that, we'd at least have a chance.
Another part of the team that oftentimes only gets brought up when something bad happens is special teams. Great night for special teams tonight. Field goal by a kicker that's been a kicker for 7 days, 8 days. The big return, just a great job on that side of the ball.
Well, I wouldn't say great.
A good job.
He did a great job. Obviously, Coach Robbie does a good job. Yes, the kicker, great job. We'll continue to work him. He'll grow. As he gets used to football. He's new. But a couple of the blocking assignments, we got to clean that up. We'll look at that tomorrow, and if we have to make personnel changes, we will. If not, we just got to coach the technique better, and that's on us as coaches. We got to make sure we're coaching it, doing a good job so the kids have a chance to make the plays when needed.
Great job, Coach. Thank you. Guys, I always love interviewing a defensive coach versus an offensive coach. Offensive coach is Brian Varnador. Very smooth, very polished, and they say all the right things. Defensive coach, they throw people right out in front of everybody. Pat Cucci was the best at it. I love it, and man, that gets me excited hearing them talk about it. So great job tonight, guys. 43-7, just an outstanding performance by the Tigers, and we didn't know what we were getting today, and we got a great product on the field.
Yeah, very good point. That's our Arctic Air sideline report. Tom, you mentioned defensive players. Rich Robick, a good friend of mine, he used to play. He said, my philosophy was to just kill everybody on the way to the ball carrier and let the paramedics sort it out. So
I was one of those guys, Brian. He killed me a few times. I remember.
Okay, now I'm going to turn it over to Troy Bellamy, and then he'll kick it back to me, and we will wrap this one up.
What a great night of football here as we get the Tigers started in the 2020 season. A victory here, 43-7 here at Harley Field, Tiger Stadium. Tigers victorious again. Not enough can be said for the staff and the administration here at the school and on the on the football team with all the changes that have been made, obviously with the COVID and all the protections that we're doing to help protect the kids, but also the change in athletic director, a new athletic director, short notice on when the season was going to start, a lot of uncertainty there from the state, and to have these young men come out and play as well as they did tonight is a testament to the entirety of the organization. Again, the one thing that I want to say that really made us good last year was that we could score in all three phases, and we saw that tonight. We saw the kicking game. Jaquez Hughes, huge kick return that gave us momentum coming out of the second half, and that took us right over the top. Our kicker tonight, replacing another kicker who was a senior, a tremendous kicker. The young man was money tonight. And then our quarterback play, our offense. Defense and special teams. Josh Siplin ended the night with those with about 75, 80 yards passing tonight. He started out hot, and again, this is a new quarterback, and in these conditions, we ended up running the ball a lot. Sajel Hickson and the running back by committee ended up with 140 yards rushing. We had a huge committee of running backs. Cleve Benson made his debut here, and then the freshman Rockland Lodge from Lincoln Memorial Academy Middle School came in, and he rushed for a touchdown tonight, as well as some of the other young men. Williams came in and rushed for some good yards. Josh Siplin did a great job of tucking the ball and running and getting good yards. So we have still that explosiveness, the ability to score, and the defense showed that they could still be stalwart, and great interceptions by our linebackers reacting to the ball. Our corners came up and made some plays, and it was overall just a great night. Again, here we are starting the season off with a big 43-7 win at home against a rival that played us pretty tough twice last year, and we're very, very happy about that. We want everyone to get home safe. Remember to observe all the social distancing and all the other mask mandates and things. And let's stay safe and keep this season going. And let's see if we can make it all the way to the end. This is your statistics reporter here, Troy Bellamy, saying good night to everyone, all the Tiger fans, all my friends at Lincoln Memorial Academy. Hey, have a great night.
Hey, thanks very much, Troy. And from Harley Stadium, tonight's final score in Palmetto, Florida. The Palmetto Tigers 43, the Port Charlotte Pirates 7. Be sure to join us again next week as the Palmetto Tigers will host the Largo High Packers. We again thank the #1 fans in the world for watching Tiger Vision as presented by Conley Buick GMC. For great high school football north of the Manatee River, you're only going to find it here at Palmetto High School. One town, one team, go Tigers.